And we are live. All right. Griffin, I believe you are the first one here, so welcome. I'm going to give everybody a few minutes to show up, say hi, and then we'll get into what I was thinking of doing today. Hi, Chevy Fish. Okay, we've got somebody wanting to say hi. Hi. Wave. Can you wave? Hi. Okay. Say bye-bye. Bye-bye. Oh, you gotta love the co-hosts. Kaya's trying to find her perfect shirt for saying hi to everybody. So just give her a second. Okay. I was thinking today, I would start off with the stream from start to end being a general Q&A. And then when I bring in the surprise guest, we would go from just general Q&A to doing like a noob versus pro Q&A where you guys ask the questions. I would be the noob, give my answer of how I would answer the question, and then the guest could be the pro and do their version of answering the question. What do you guys think? And then after the guest is on, we would do the Q&A for a little bit, and then we would do the big news. Say hi.
Hi. And so I have my dress on.
She's got her unicorn dress on.
Can I talk?
No, baby, not today. Okay? You can talk next time. Promise.
Pinky promise.
I pinky promise. You can talk next stream.
Hey, Kaya.
Every
Always
stream
tell people goodbye at the end.
Yes, you can always come back and say bye-bye to everybody, okay? Okay. We'll give it a few more minutes for people to come in, and then we'll bring on the guest. In the meantime, I'm going to have a little strawberry pineapple.
Someone says you're strong.
This is my first stream with you, so I'm with you. Well, thank you, Dead Fred. That is awesome. Oh, I do want to also say thank you to Punchy Pants and trying to pull it up here. Let's see, who else was it? Okay. I'm looking at the Tube Buddy thing right now. I just got the new milestone. Punchy Pants and one other person, or Paints. Oh my god, I can't believe I keep doing that. Thank you, Chevy Fish, for correcting me. Punchy Paints and someone else became subscribers today. And that was awesome. They put me at 61 subscribers, so it was the Freeze Aquarium was the other person who subscribed today. So I want to send a special thank you to them as well. All right, we are 5 minutes in. I am bringing on the special guest just because I'm really excited for this person to be here. You all know him. You all love him. Give it up for Ed.
Hey there.
Hi, Ed.
Hi. Well, thank you for having me on. So it's always a lot of fun to hang out with you.
Thank you. I think I might have to switch from the kitchen to the living room and plug my laptop into the Ethernet cable, though, just so I don't lag. But
that's fine.
While I do that, you say hi to everybody, thank them for coming, all that fun stuff.
Yep. Well, we've got a whole mess of cool people here. Melvin just showed up, and he is as cool as it gets. Chevy Fish is always awesome. She's the best. Dead Fred has any more of the trees cried or wept. You guys, I don't know. You guys have to watch that video. I know I've mentioned it before, but it's almost like poetry, his video about his trees weeping. You guys got to check it out. And Brad, it's always good seeing you. I hope that guppy grass is doing good for you. I couldn't believe James said that he was sending you a package. And I said, oh, let me give you some guppy grass because I got to get him some guppy grass. And then I got the guppy grass. And James was so cool, he threw some guppy grass in for me. That was pretty awesome.
That sounds like real fun.
It was, really was. Oh, and I got to meet Griffin yesterday. From
that's
Griffin's
fun.
Fish Room. Yeah, he came to Chattanooga yesterday, and Bob Kaler and I met him, and we got some fish at my local fish store, and we went to the Olive Garden.
That sounds like lots of fun.
Yeah, he had the same thing I had. We had the seafood linguine. Or no, maybe it was fettuccine. But I don't know,
Point is,
man.
you had seafood.
Yeah, but I don't know if I liked it. The shrimp was good, but they had like fake scallops that weren't very good. So I would have been better just having shrimp.
Okay. Well, I am officially plugged into Ethernet, so I will not lag. So
Awesome.
yes.
I need to do that eventually. I have an extender directly above the room upstairs shooting straight down. But I bought 100 foot of Ethernet to run through the walls to get all the way to the boxes on the other side of the house. But I'm going to have James come over and help me do it because I'm not very tech savvy. And then run it into the fish room. Because the problem with the more fish tanks you get, the more the signal is blocked.
Oh, so, I suppose because of all the water in the way.
Yep. Now you see, my 2 full walls of fish tanks are on the concrete side of the house. You know, the front and the side. But now I've got a wall of glass and fish coming up here, and I'm going to eventually have it on this side. So
you'll have all 4 walls covered, and Ethernet will be, or Wi-Fi will be crap.
Probably. That'll be a bummer.
Also, bonus to being in the living room, if my laptop starts dying, I can easily plug in.
That's always a bonus.
Yeah, because my spot on the couch is right next to an outlet, so it's ding, plugged in.
Have you seen those couches that have plugins in the couch?
I have not, but that sounds like the most awesome thing ever.
Oh man, my cousin, he's actually my dad's cousin, so I think he's like a second cousin to me. His name's we call him Eddie Dean. There's
He's
a whole bunch of
family.
them. Yeah. We've got
That's
a
all that
ton of
matters.
Edwards in my family. So everybody goes by different Ed names. But he lives up there in Minneapolis, or north of Minneapolis. So he's up there near you, kind of. But he
Okay.
has these couches that lean back. They're the theater seats.
Oh,
And they've got cup holders with lights in them. And then he has power cords and, gosh, what's it called? The USB cable plugins. It has everything in his chair.
it's got USB ports in it.
It does. It is
Oh
so
my
cool.
god, that sounds like something I could only afford at tax time.
Well, and then if you buy it, I don't know if your kids will tear it up, but I know my cats will. So that's why I didn't want to try to buy one. I didn't even want to look at how much they were because
the problem. See, here's the difference between what your cats would do and what my kids would do. Your cats would scratch the heck out of it. Okay, my 4-year-old would dump water on it and destroy it.
Yep.
No more electrical parts. Dump the water. Done. Destroyed it.
What about the 6-year-old?
You, Kaya, you'd probably accidentally drop juice on it and start crying and calling yourself the worst kid in the world. She'll do that. If she gets in trouble, she will look at me and say, I am the worst daughter in the world. All I do while trying to not laugh at her is tell her, no, baby, trust me, there are kids 10 times worse than you in the world. You are perfect compared to them. Okay? She is far from being the worst kid in the world.
And the smartest kid in the world.
I wouldn't say you're the smartest kid in the world either, but you are very smart for being a 6-year-old.
Oh, Diego's here also. Diego's a super cool guy.
Nice.
Now, I normally do a stream on Diego's channel on Tuesdays, but today he's letting Chris go, so Diego's
Okay.
taking the day off.
Well, hey, he is more than welcome to take a day off. Everybody needs time off.
Yep, Diego's awesome.
He sounds like an awesome guy.
Oh, man, he donates so much. I think he does more, at least, you know how James and I are kind of in that group that does like things where we do contests and stuff.
Uh-huh.
He donates all the time to that, like big plant packages. It's by far the best gifts we give out.
Wow.
Yeah, and then I know he's also helping Chris build his giant fish tanks and stuff. So he's just super guy. And there's probably a lot of stuff I don't know.
Wow.
So yeah, he does not get enough credit.
Well, I guess we should do a few questions, start the Q&A session.
Well,
What do you
I
think?
see Brad said, I asked him earlier how he was doing. He said he's doing better than his Java Moss so far. So I wonder.
That's good, but it also sounds like it's kind of like a joke. Doing better than my Moss.
Well, maybe we could talk about his moss. What's going on with your moss right now, Brad? Is it turning brown? Is it just falling to little bits?
Yeah.
I'm trying to learn about mosses right now. I'm slowly, the last 2 months, I've been slowly trying to read up on moss as much as I can. I'm not an expert by any means, but just trying to learn them. And so far, I've got My Java moss, I'm doing pretty good growing it.
Yeah, last night I watched your video where you're gluing the moss onto the tree,
Yes.
and I got to thinking, I wonder if I could ever pull off something like that, you know? And then you were aiming your camera at your tanks, and I was seeing how they're planted, and it's like, oh, damn it, maybe I should ask Ed for some advice on how to plant my tanks.
Oh, yeah.
On arrangement and stuff, especially for help setting up Kaya's Molly tank, since you have Mollies.
I do. I have 2 types of mollies.
I believe she's got Dalmatian Mollies.
Yeah, those are super neat. I've had lots of mollies throughout the years, but my first fish here in Tennessee that I bought was mollies. I bought gold lyre tail mollies, and I didn't call them. You know, that's when you see a real ugly boy or girl, you're supposed to pull them out and put them in a separate tank somewhere so they don't just keep breeding. Well, what's happened is I just let them all live together, and now I have some really ugly mollies. I mean, there's some pretty ones, but I've got some that are just so ugly. I should have never. When my dragon puffer was around, I probably should have been feeding him to my dragon puffer, but I just felt too bad to be mean to him.
Susan's here. She says, hi, stopping by to give a like, and she gave us a heart. Thank you,
Susan's
Susan.
Awesome. She's super cool.
Yes. And Brad said I like the guppy grass better, maybe because it's newer to me than the Java moss.
Oh, okay. Yeah, guppy grass, it grows like crazy. I have this tank right here. You can see how green it is.
Uh-huh.
It had 1 piece of guppy grass in it about, and I did a water change in it last week, and it just like exploded, and it went all directions. And I think it can grow like I might be just making this up. I don't know, but I've heard that it can grow 5 to 6 inches in perfect conditions a day, and I think it's growing that every direction. So tonight,
I guess you gave it perfect conditions.
Yeah. What I take the water, I drain the water 30% out, and I do it more for the plants now than the fish, because if you have plants, the plants are taking all their pee and stuff out of the water and growing. But the plants like fresh water also. And
kind of. Well, if you think about it, plants in like a river or a lake or something, the water's always moving.
Yep. Giving them new stuff. Well, so I drain everything 30% off, and then I hit it with the Easy Green. And I don't know where my Easy Green is. Normally, I have all my.
I do not have any Easy Green.
I have my Flourish, or not my Flourish, my Easy Carbon. That's for getting rid of algae that I'll never use. See, the cap is always down because I'm never going to probably open it. But, here's my Easy Green. It's almost empty. That's why it fell over. I think the cat knocked it over. I've got stuff to fill it with. But I do 2 squirts in each 20-gallon and 1 squirt in my 10s. And the plants just, I don't know what Corey is using, but it's like steroids for fish. It is amazing. Or not for fish, but for the plants. It's crazy.
This is probably going to sound naughty, but anybody watching, wish list, Christmas, give me Easy Greens. There's a wish list item right there.
Easy Green's amazing. And you don't want to do it all the time. Like I say, after a water change, because you don't want to do it before the water change, because then you're just water changing it out.
Yeah, if you squirt it before you do the water change, you've just kind of basically voided the whole reason for doing the squirt.
Yeah, so now I used to just do it every Friday, but then I realized if I do a water change on Tuesday, I might be losing some. So now I do it right after water changes. And the plants Have you ever heard of purling?
I've heard of it, never really quite understood what it means.
It's like, you know how we breathe through our lungs?
Uh-huh.
Well, they breathe through their, just through their sides of their,
Through the
I
leaves.
guess, cell walls. Through, just up and down the green stalk of their limbs. Well, when it's purling, they're breathing so good. The air is coming right out of the sides of the plant. And it
So
looks like
kind of
little
looks
balls.
like
Little
kind
pearl.
of like little bubbles.
Yeah, and they kind of stick. The first time you see it, you might think you have eggs, like fish eggs, but it's actually purling. It's little bubbles of oxygen that the plant has made. It is so cool. It makes you feel so good. Because that's when you know your plants are super
fun
happy.
to see.
It is super cool.
I was talking with my boyfriend last night about the different plants and stuff that I want to get, and well, he brought up an interesting question that, well, with you surrounded by all those plants, you might be able to answer this. When I get my plants, would it be better to let them sit in a separate tank to grow out roots a little, or would they be safe to just go straight into the tank and do their root growth in the tank?
Now,
should I have a plant grow out tank or not?
Let's first talk about what's your substrate. Like, what do you use for the bottom?
Currently, it's just basic aquarium gravel, but I'm going to be switching it out for like dirt or a plant substrate topped with gravel if need be.
Okay. Well, kind of like a father fish.
Yeah, kind of.
Okay, well, I'll give you a tip on that. And I've learned the hard way. Well, if we were on the other side of the room, I could show you easier. But when you put the dirt down, I did a 1 full inch, and I kind of push it down a little, not pack it, but I push it down. And you'll see the white or the black dirt along the front of your glass. This is a trick I started doing. I started like putting the dirt in the back of the tank, and then I stop it about 3 inches in the front. And then I pour my sand just enough to make like a barrier.
Okay.
Just a little, like a roadblock in front on the glass. So that way your dirt, you don't see the levels of, and it makes it look so much prettier. You don't have to see like dirt to sand.
Okay.
Does that make sense? It's kind of like when you look at a vanilla shake, or not a vanilla shake, a vanilla and fudge.
Oh, the twisted ones where you see it.
Yeah. Well, you can see the different layers. So, and I think it looks so much better when you just see one color.
Okay.
So you don't want to see vanilla ice cream and fudge. You just want to see either fudge or vanilla, So I suggest kind of push it back to the front. And I made a video of this and I just never released it. I probably should. But
you should, because then I could watch it.
I probably have like 30 videos that I've never released.
Hi, Chris. Chris John has just joined us.
Oh, hi, Chris. Well, but just try to get 1 inch with your dirt, and then don't put dirt right up against the front glass. And then put about 2.5 inches of sand all across the top of that. And the best sand to get is pool sand.
Pool sand.
Like, yeah. Okay. Let's see if oh, gosh. I was going to grab the bag that I have in the fish room right now, but it's probably 40 pounds right now. It's barely opened. But you can go to your local pool store and ask for pool sand. It's already been cleaned, so it doesn't have any like dirt in it. So it's super clean, and it's really affordable. It costs like $2 more than play sand, because you can go to like Ace Hardware and buy play sand for sand boxes. But play sand, you know how they make those castles with the sand kids do?
Yeah.
What makes the sand stick together is they put clay in it. And that clay helps keep the sand so it packs good.
Uh-huh.
So what'll happen is I did a lot of different substrates around the fish room, but one of my fish tanks I did the play sand, and I just it's driving me crazy. I wanted to try and do it for a year. Let's see, it's always this one right here. It's always foggy. Can you see how it's? And it's because the fish are always going through the sand, kicking that clay up. The fish are fine, but you can't see them because of that stupid clay. So I'm going to end up taking
it's constantly cloudy.
Constantly cloudy. Now, if I didn't have Corydoras, the little Cory cats, it would probably be better. But yeah, just
Cory cats are cute.
Oh, I love them. But for $2 more, pool sand is wonderful. Pool sand is where it's at.
Okay.
So just try to, I mean, oh boy, you guys live so far up north. I'm sure you have pool stores, though.
Yeah, but none close. None close to where I live. I think the closest thing to me is either Scheels or Home Depot.
Oh, well, do you have Menards?
Yes.
I think Menards, I heard that Menards has pool sand sometimes. You might even ask a lot of those places, like even hardware stores might have it.
Menards, I think, is, oh God, that's probably like a 15, 20-minute walk away from my house.
Ooh. Well.
Yeah. And here's the real fun part. Just past Menards is PetSmart.
Yeah, that's cool. I wish there was a Menards close to my closest Menards is in Kentucky, about 4.5 hour drive.
Yeah. From my house going towards PetSmart, in order you hit Walmart, Sam's Club, Lowe's, Menards, PetSmart.
Well, if you're going to walk and buy a 50-pound bag of sand, make sure you bring a pull cart or something.
When I go to do the surprise news that I'm not telling anyone yet, not just yet. You gotta wait a little longer for that news. But when I go to do that, I'm going to be taking my kids' wagon with me just to make it easier to carry everything.
That's awesome.
Yes. But at the moment, we're a half hour in, so I think we should do some Q&A.
Sure. Oh, well, he just said he liked his, all this got diverted because we talked a little bit about Brad's guppy grass.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, the guppy grass will grow a lot faster than the Java moss for sure.
You know what? I figure if you start talking about one thing and suddenly get sidetracked into something else, but it's all related because it's all fish talk, well, then I guess everybody's having fun, you know?
Yep. Now,
you're here for fish talk, and we're talking fish.
Oh, well, you know what? You did ask me a question. I never did answer it. You asked, should you quarantine your plants first? Like put them in a separate tank? Like your boyfriend suggested?
Like a little plant grow out tank before putting them in.
Chevy said she always quarantines her plants first.
Okay.
Most of the time I'm very slow, or not slow, but I like to have my tanks really prepared for fish. So I normally have my fish tanks about a month ahead of time before the fish go in. So I normally put the plants in before the fish is what normally happens with me. But I do have one tank that I call my farm tank, where all I do is put plants in just to grow them. And it does have guppies in it now, but they're just ones from outside that I threw in there. But
speaking of guppies, real quick sidetrack thought.
Sure.
How did the guppies versus mosquito larvae turn out? What was the outcome?
There, when I woke up the next day and looked, there was no more mosquito larvae anywhere. They just all gone. A lot of happy guppies.
Eating frenzy, right?
Yeah. Well, it was so funny because at first when I watched, there was like, I don't know, maybe 12 or 20 of these gross mosquito larvae jumping around the bottom of this tank. And you see, that's part of my problem is I like to sit in my tanks for about a month before I put fish in. Well, so I had all those larvae in there jumping around, and I put the guppies in, and the guppies didn't know what to do at first because I think they were guppies that have never seen a mosquito larva or a live, and these guppies also don't eat their own babies either. So they just aren't eating live things. But boy, they pounded those guppies disappeared.
Yeah, your video, I was laughing so hard when the one went in the rocks and the poor little guppy had to give up his chase. I laughed so hard.
I was shocked that mosquito larva could swim so good.
Yeah.
Because when I was watching them before the guppies, they just kind of do this to the top.
Uh-huh.
But that guy was going all over, zigzagging like a rabbit.
Okay. Yep. Kaya has a quick question.
What's that?
I have a quick question.
What's the question, Kaya? Make it quick.
I have two.
Okay. What are they? You gotta ask them.
Well, not questions, they're fish talk. If you're new to owning bettas,
okay,
that is your first thing. Your first fish. They don't like huge tanks. They like small tanks.
Can you guys hear her okay?
Yep.
Okay. They can hear you okay.
So, betta fish don't like to be in the bright light very much.
Yeah.
Keep talking. Finish your thought.
A little bit of light.
Okay. Fish need a 40-gallon or even higher, but keep it the right size.
Yes, all fish need the right size tank. That's true.
She's probably going to be a marine biologist someday. That's awesome.
You know what? If she chooses to be a marine biologist, she would be perfect for it.
That's cool.
Only if it's fish.
Kaya, marine means fish and seals and whales and penguins and everything that lives in the ocean.
Okay.
Is titled marine.
Okay.
All the wonderful stuff.
Yeah.
Fishies need the perfect size.
Marine biologists is scientists who take care of the ocean.
Oh.
That includes the little baby seahorses. Oh, that's something else. Yesterday, I got to unplug from the Ethernet, so hopefully I don't lag too bad. But yesterday, we went over to Midwest Aquarium. They're my LFS for saltwater. But they had something for Kaya.
Ta-da!
Wow. That's awesome.
Filter. They had sponge filters.
But not small.
I love sponge filters. They will make your life so much better.
Yes. So now, Kaya's tank and Mommy's tank both have a sponge filter. Mine has mine from Aquarium Co-op with the USB thing.
Mm-hmm.
And Kaya's has air tube and pump from Walmart.
They work.
They do. You want
And
to know
they're
what the
quiet.
prices? What? Yes. I've been grabbed. I've been grabbed. Okay. What?
Mister.
Okay, if you guys are gonna play, go play in the room. You're making it hard for me to do the stream. Remember, Kaya, I made you pinky promise. You can talk next stream. Right now is for people to do Q&A, which is questions. Q&A is for mommy's viewers to ask mommy questions. But anyways, okay, just hold on a second. What I discovered is the air pump that I got at Walmart. It was $8, okay?
Yep.
It is quieter than the USB air pump I got from Corey at Aquarium Co-op. That surprised me.
Yeah. I mean, I've got both. I literally could do a test right now because I've got it one under the other one under the shelf there.
Kaya,
But-
leave the pump alone. I
was
not want it
amazed.
falling, because if it falls, that air tube will yank on your filter and could possibly break it. And that's brand new filter in there. So you want to leave that alone, okay? But
The cool thing about this one though is the noise it makes is the most bizarre air pump noise I've ever heard.
yeah, it's like a little clicking sound.
Yeah, I don't know, it looks like, or it sounds like something that should be in a Star Wars robot or
Yeah, like a
something.
sound.
It's funny.
It annoys my boyfriend. He gets so mad when he has to hear it. So with it sitting on the goldfish tank, the slight buzz sound of the light bulb for my light on the goldfish is louder than the sound of the air pump. So he doesn't have to hear the air pump. He hears the buzz of the light.
Yeah.
Okay, Kaya said
What?
she had a quick question. Kaya, come here. What is your question?
So, I don't know very much of locust.
What is the question?
How do you take care of a glowfish? What food does
Kaya,
glowfish eat? I don't know very much about glowfish.
Kaya, glowfish are just a glow-in-the-dark version of regular fish. So if you had a glow tetra, you would feed it the same food that you feed your tetras, which is tropical fish food, which is what your mollies eat. If you have a glow beta, you just feed them beta food.
Yep.
It's-
So
The
Just-
glowing part is just a different variation of the fishy, okay?
they eat everything mollies eat.
He says goldfish eat everything mollies eat.
Oh.
And you know what? When mommy has questions about your mollies, Ed has mollies, so mommy can just ask him. And he can help me out. He's going to help me think of plants to put into your molly tank for you and how to decorate it so it looks really pretty. Yeah. And she's being a grump now.
And Chevy Fish, she always has so much good information. She said that Menards does have the pool filter sand,
No,
and she loves sponge filters too. I absolutely love sponge.
I'll be waiting
Okay.
on the second couch.
Okay,
I-
Kaya, stop.
I use little sponge filters for my bettas too, like a little one like that.
Fun.
Pretty neat. It just fits right in the corner.
Okay. Hey, Chevy Fish, do you know offhand how much the pool sand would be? Because
I'm gonna guess $8 for a 50-pound bag.
Oh, I don't need that much sand. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I know, but I don't know if you can get it in smaller amounts. That's your problem. But
Yeah,
you could throw it on the ice.
Yeah, except I don't have to really worry about that living in an apartment building.
Well, you can just put it in the closet, and you never know what you might need sand for in the future.
I suppose.
Like
no,
maybe if you have a planter and you want to put a fake plant in it, but it's too light because you just had the foam in it, you know, you can put sand in there to make the base heavy. Just throwing it out there.
That's actually.
And then if you want to make it so the kids don't kick it over and you have sand everywhere, you can pour.
That is awesome.
Mollies are great.
I am making a vote. I am voting that Chevy Fish joins us on Facebook in the Fish Tubers group.
That would be awesome.
I vote for Chevy Fish to make a Facebook account and join us so we can talk to her more often than just on YouTube.
Oh, she doesn't have a Facebook?
Nope.
Neither does Chewy. Doesn't have one either.
I have asked her multiple times to contact me on like Facebook or something, and she says she has no account anywhere except on YouTube.
Just like Chewy. And their names are so similar.
That's it. Chewy and Chevy Fish have to join us on Facebook. They have to make an account off of YouTube for us to be able to contact them easy.
That'd be awesome.
Especially with Kaya Heavy Mollies, it would be fun to have a second person to go to and say, hey, this is happening with the Mollies. What do I do?
I am a member of a Molly group on Facebook.
Oh, maybe you could invite me to it.
Okay, I don't know how. I don't know how to use Facebook.
Okay. What you do to invite someone is when you click to go to that group, at the top it'll say invite friends, and you just click the invite button, and then you can scroll through and pick which friends you want to invite.
Oh, that's easy.
And then it'll have a button for you to send invite, and it'll send who you picked an invite.
Wait, what's the difference between sending an invite and inviting?
Well, it'll list. Let's see if I can do. Let's see. I gotta figure out how to do this now. Hold on. Let's see if we go here. Let's see if we can do like.
There's a question about a 10-gallon sponge. Let me grab one. This one they say is up to 10 gallons, but I'll keep this in 5 gallons.
Share. Yeah, whatever. Sebastian, stop.
Oh. This is the 10-gallon sponge filter. It's just like half of the bigger one, but I like the 10-gallon ones for the 20 gallons.
Okay.
That's for Melvin.
Let's see if I can figure this out here. Can you guys see the little tab I'm trying to do?
Yes.
Okay. Now, I'm doing this to try. Okay, for like me, when I click here, it'll show this right here, all of my friends, and an invite button. I can click there.
Now, can I ask you,
up. You go through.
How did you get to your groups first?
This little icon with the people.
Okay, that's groups.
That's groups. And if you're not sure, you can always hover over it, and a word will pop underneath your mouse icon.
Awesome.
Yeah, and then you click the invite button, scroll through, check who you want, and then just click send invites, and whoever is listed over here as selected will be invited to the group.
Now, is that your sister?
Yes.
I remember her being a gypsy.
Yes. That is actually because of our father having been a gypsy at one point. So she was named Gypsy.
Oh, her name's actually Gypsy in real life? Or that's her chosen name?
That is her real name. That is her real name is Gypsy. Her real name
That's
is
awesome.
Gypsy Bell.
That's awesome. I've got gypsy in my blood because I'm a Czech, and a lot of gypsies in the Czech Republic from where my people came from.
But yeah,
cool.
That's how you invite people to groups.
Very cool.
Yes. For me, it was a learning experience of how the share screen worked. So, yay me for doing that.
That was awesome.
I see you guys sharing screens on your streams all the time, and it's like, how do I do that?
Well,
but now I figured it out.
I'm not the tech guy. You just taught me some tech stuff there. So I will go and I'll invite you as soon as this episode's over. I'll go on Facebook and invite you to the Molly group.
Darn
it is. She said it is $8. That's what I was guessing.
$8 for a 50-pound bag, and it only comes in one size. They're also on. Oh, she's also on Discord.
Oh.
Did you ask a question in the chat?
Oh, I'm on Discord. That's
I'm on Discord too.
Chewy's on there. I think my name is Nico. I'm named after my cat on there. But I haven't been on Discord for a long time. I probably forgot the password.
Well, you know what? I'm going to do this real quick. Hold on.
Oh, I guess Diego knows a lot about Facebook too.
And then I am sharing my Discord user. You guys can send me friend requests if you want.
Yeah, Melvin, I think you'll like this for your 10-gallon tanks because it's not too tall, and so it like has an extra few inches under the water, for bubbling, and it'll work perfect. Melvin's talking about getting a couple of these for his 10, 20, and his 29 tall and his 40 breeder. The 40 breeder, I'd probably go with the size bigger than this. But this would be perfect for a 20 and a 29, I think. But that's pretty cool.
Fun.
This one, I think, was $8 at my local fish store. This one was probably $9.
Kaya?
This one, I think, was $5. But, I mean, you can't beat that price for filtration. I mean, that's just amazing, and it works so well.
Okay, I'm gonna mute for just a second to talk to the kids. Everybody, Q&A time. Start your questions.
What plants are you going to be recommending? I don't know. We need to ask her. I got to the substrate. Right now, she just has gravel. So maybe a Val might work real good because It can go in the gravel, but it's going to pull a lot of water or a lot of its nitrogens out of the water. So Val might work out great. I've got Val growing in some gravel tanks, and it just does crazy good. And it grows so fast. And it's kind of a medium light source. So
Okay, I am back.
well, let's keep asking. Brad wants to know about more what type of plant would be good for you.
Okay.
So what's your light situation?
My light situation
There's like-
is that's like what kind of lights are on the tank, right?
Yeah, it's like, would you say it's low light, medium light, or heavy, real bright?
Well, for God damn it, tripping on cords. Well, here, I'll turn the lights off to give you a better idea. That is the goldfish tank.
Okay, I would say that's maybe low light.
And then when I have the kitchen lights on, it has that much light.
It looks like you have maybe like a 10-gallon light on top of it or something. So
This is the light that came with the 30-gallon Hex tank I found.
gotcha. Well, what I would do,
And then as far as Kaya's Molly tank goes, hers
she's got
has that because
she's got
she's got the 2 strips of light on the lid that came with it.
Yeah, it's gonna do super good.
And I want to get a substrate meant for planted tanks to help the plants stay alive.
Now, in that first tank that you showed us, does that have your goldfish in it?
Yeah, the first one I showed is the goldfish tank.
Okay. Now, goldfish will try to eat everything green. I've got the plant that Corey has he put in his fish tank. It kind of looks like an octopus.
Yeah, the crinum.
You could try that, and
yeah, I've actually got
super good.
I've got 2 tabs on my phone. One is Corey's list of 5 aquarium plants for goldfish, and the other one is a list of plants for a goldfish tank from the Pure Goldfish website. So it's a website of just goldfish keepers. Any question you have, like what type of plants to have, they do a list. And they've got Java fern and Anubias. They've got hornwort listed for goldfish tank.
I would stay away from the hornwort.
Okay.
It's going to be hard. It's going to fall apart all over the place.
Okay. I've never heard of this one before.
Oh, Kabumba. I love it. I think goldfish would eat that like crazy. It's so soft. I've got it. That's, I don't know. You see, if I pull it out, it doesn't look pretty. But,
and then they've got this one listed.
Val, yep. That's what I was going to suggest. While you were gone, I was going to suggest the Val. But it might, if it's in a gravel.
I was also thinking maybe you tried this one with them too.
Water Sprite?
Yeah.
I think they might eat it, but Water Sprite grows so crazy fast. I've got lots of that.
They also have Amazon Sword listed.
Yeah, I believe that. That's
and the picture's broken, but Sagittaria.
Yeah, let's sage. Trying to think, what do I have that's sage? I don't know if I have any right now.
And
I
then
can't believe how many plants I have. I have a lot of plants. I didn't realize I had so many different types of plants.
and then I'm definitely my main goal for the goldfish tank is the crinum.
Yep. Now the crinum that I had it in the farm tanks, and I had them in like little pots.
Okay.
You know, just the ones that you get at the dollar store for $1, the little red pots. Well, so I put like stuff in there and grew them, and they're all small. And I finally transplanted one to one of my large tanks, the sand, and it has gone crazy. It is so big because it has all that dirt it's pulling the nutrients out of, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So it's just like getting huge. So that, I wouldn't grow it in the gravel, but if you do the sand cap, it is going to love it to death. And it is, I mean, it's a monster.
Okay, so trade out the gravel for sand instead?
Well, if you do the crinum.
Well, I'm definitely doing the crinum. That is the one plant I am not leaving the place out without. I'm not leaving without that one when I.
Now.
No subscriber! Notification
awesome.
just came through. I wonder
cool.
if he's here. S.
William Pridemore's here.
If you are here, say something in chat.
S is awesome.
S just subscribed to my channel. I just got the notification on my laptop. That is awesome.
Well,
So new.
you may.
And just so you know, this one instantly came running over when she heard that somebody new subscribed. This is the reaction you get, is joy when someone new. It really makes me happy when someone likes my stuff enough to subscribe.
That's awesome.
Yes.
Look, we may want to try to put a brighter light on your goldfish tank.
I do want to try to get a new lid for my tank, but the cheapest one I can get is $40 at PetSmart.
What's the top of your lid? Is it glass?
It's currently a glass hinged.
Because
lid.
if it's all glass,
yeah, it's all glass right now.
that I would just keep that.
It doesn't properly fit the tank though.
Okay.
I will show you how badly it does not fit. This is one of the reasons why I need to get a new lid, is the gap. There is like,
but it's in the front, so that's not too bad.
yeah, I also want to get a new one because behind here, switching out from hang on back to the sponge filter, I have big gap from where the hang on back was. I want to get a new proper fitting lid to get rid of that. Plus, I want one that has the light built in. So when I go to take the lid off, I don't have to worry about the separate light every time.
I gotta turn that off. Sorry, somebody was calling me. Well,
That's okay.
They sell really nice LED lights at Menards that will grow plants really good, but it's going to be longer than your tank. But you could get something like Pothos and droop it into your tank and then have it coming down on the side, and then have the light from, that goes over the edge of the tank coming down on your Pothos. Pothos is Pothos is kind of a viney growing plant.
Mm-hmm. I've seen it in other YouTubers' videos.
Yeah. So you could have like pothos growing down the side of your tank. Really neat. And I think for like $18 or $14, you can get an LED shop light at Menards to go across the top.
I only need something that max length of my tank is 30 inches.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying is it's going to be more expensive to go 30 inches than the 42. But if you let it go a foot over, you could let the pothos hang over the side, and it could give it light.
If I do that, I have to worry about my toddlers grabbing the light and pulling it down.
Okay. Well, I was just trying to throw out ideas.
I know, and I love the ideas. It's just I have to deal with, toddlers that get curious about everything, especially a 4-year-old boy who likes to take things, take them apart, and then try to put them back together just to see how they work. And a lot of times they don't go back together.
Yeah. James has got that situation with his kids. His boys like to take everything apart.
Yeah.
Let's see. The Dead Fred, the octopus plane is the Crinum that we were talking about.
Yep. Let's see.
But, yep. I'm trying to see if there's any questions. But
William says plants are overrated.
Oh my gosh. I love the plants so much.
Your idea of sand in the tank would actually help Kaya's idea out a lot, because what she wants to do is plants in the very back and then have like a land and then have blue gravel in the very front so it looks like a little lake, like a little underwater lake scene for her mollies.
That's pretty cool.
So having the sand and then the blue gravel as the water, she'd have a beach scene.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Hey, Kaya, what do you think? Get off the ball. That is not for bouncing on. That is for playing outside only. You know that.
If you go with something like Anubias, you can glue that to a rock or something, or maybe a piece of wood in the back.
I currently have one Anubias that the goldfish have taken a couple bites out of, and it is rubber band to a seashell in the goldfish tank right now.
I understand that. I know how that is. So I did rubber bands once, but I had a puffer fish in there, and I think it thought it was a worm, and it bit the rubber bands all off.
My goodness.
Yep. Crazy.
We've hit an hour already.
Yep.
Well, I suppose for those who are still here, I should give them the fun news now. I didn't expect an hour to pass that quickly. But for everyone who is still here, first of all, I want to thank you for making it this far, staying with the stream this long to find out what it all is going on. I recently called Nancy at my local freshwater fish store and asked her if it would be possible to do live streams from her shop after she has closed her doors to the public. So after she's closed and there are no more customers in the shop, when it's just me and her and nobody else, would I be able to do fish tours? She very happily, very excitedly said that she would be totally up for doing that. She is 100% in favor of me doing fish tours again.
That's awesome.
And she currently has very low, practically no stock of both fish and plants right now. She is waiting for an order to come. it will not be here until sometime after Thanksgiving. So anytime in the next week or two, I will be getting a call from her to go buy a whole bunch of brand new live plants straight from my LFS. And I'm going to be setting it up with her so that it's a Tuesday and my stream happens at the shop. I'm going to do a live stream with her. You guys can ask her all sorts of questions, you know, how much stuff is, how hard or easy is it for her to get. I'm going to do the stream with her, and then after the stream is done, I'm going to be buying the plants all in one shot.
Very
And
cool.
I plan to be spending at least $50 on the plants and possible substrate for the planted tanks. That is the exciting news I've been wanting to tell everybody.
Very cool. That's awesome.
I do not know if she sells online bread. That is something I will definitely be asking her when I talk to her again. She has my cell phone number written down. And when her shipment comes in, she's giving me a call instantly to set up going over to buy them. One of the things she's waiting to come in on this shipment is a new crinum. I told her the main thing I'm going for is a crinum, and she said, then you definitely want to wait until after my shipment gets here because I am waiting on new crinums to come in. And she is even, I asked if she would look into maybe also getting some floating plants, like water lettuce or something. And she happily said she would look into it for me. So I am excited. And I am eagerly waiting for my phone to ring so I can talk to her.
Well, water lettuce, that's one that you'll want to put in the bright tank. The tank with a whole lot of light.
Okay, so put that in the Molly tank?
Yep. Like I've got some right here. I can pull one out for you. It grows crazy fast. So once you get some,
I like the sweater on your chair.
Oh, thanks.
Hey, Kaya, look at his sweater. It's a face. Look at that, Kaya. Look at the water lettuce.
And look, it's this real long root system.
Ooh.
And my shrimp like to swim up or walk up and down these.
Wow.
But it really likes lots of light. And then it's like a fluffy, soft plant.
I'm feeling very sad because no one asked me questions and he didn't.
Kaya, nobody's asked any questions. Not even to me and Ed. There's maybe one or two questions.
I'm just going to throw this.
And that's it. Me and Ed have basically just been talking about random stuff the whole time. And everybody's been following us.
No one.
She's sad because nobody's asked a question meant for her to answer.
Oh, well, I've got a question. What is your favorite color betta?
What's your favorite color betta? Ed wants to know. He wants to know what Kaya's favorite color betta fish is.
I never even own a betta. So
You've seen them at the store, though. All those fancy tail fish.
I have a pink and light blue one, powder blue.
He's got a pink and blue one.
I like the blue on it because I like blue and I like pink, but I like blue bettas.
She likes blue bettas.
Yep, blue's pretty cool.
He says blue is pretty cool.
things.
See? People ask you stuff. You're just not here right away, so you don't see them ask. I see. What?
Oh, the best temp for inlers, I would say, is 76 degrees. That's what I keep my fish room at. I keep about 5 different.
That is a question meant for Ed, because Mommy doesn't have endlers.
Oh.
I keep 5 different types of inlers.
All right. I have a question for everybody. Shall we end the stream or shall we keep going?
Well, I don't know who normally goes next. Is this Susan? Because I would hate to run over Susan. That'd be terrible.
Susan usually goes at 6 Eastern.
Yeah, it's 6:12 now.
Let me.
Susan lives right down the road from me, so.
Oh wow.
I get to see Susan every so often.
Well, let's check the listing here. Susan is listed at 7 Eastern.
Oh, okay.
6 Eastern is empty.
Oh, well, I'm more than happy. If you'd like to go a little longer, that's fine.
Kaya, come here. Someone has a question for you.
76 is great. Oh, the secret
Mr.
history living in your aquarium might be on.
Brad wants to know what your favorite type of goldfish is.
A blowfish.
Goldfish. What's your favorite goldfish? So your butterfly? Her butterfly is her favorite goldfish. That's a black moor.
I love black moors. They're my favorite, actually.
Black moors are Ed's favorite too. So you and Chattanooga Ed have the same favorite goldfish. How cool is that?
Yay!
Yay, she says.
And they're really cool because when they get real old and big, they start to spread more long than round. And sometimes they'll change colors. So
Make me very, very, very happy.
I've had them go black, and then they were all black, and then they turned black and red, and then I've had them go black and gold, and just all black.
Wow. He's had black moors that go all sorts of colors. Black and gold, black and red, and they get bigger, and they get rounder, kind of like a bubble, and they change colors. Yeah, beep. It is Sebastian just random. Mom. I look over. Beep. And so, but yeah. Let's see.
Do you?
Another cat hair in my mouth.
For you guys.
Hold on. Looks like Chevy Fish says. Oh, looks like there's quite a few people trying to go right now. Let's see. So I guess.
Why is he in timeout?
I guess I'll keep going if you guys want me to. Otherwise, we can say goodbyes. I mean, I'm waiting for votes in the chat. Do we keep going or do we call it a night? What did the viewers want?
I want it to end.
I don't know. They may not want to keep.
Chevy needs to keep going. That's fine. Chevy is awesome.
We should probably wrap it up because we're going on the other people.
Yeah. All right.
Thank you, everybody, for being here and coming.
Yes, thank you very much for everybody showing up. Thank you to everyone who has gone the entire stream. Thank you to the new people who subscribed to me. That is awesome. S subscribing officially makes it 62 people that I now have as subscribers, which is awesome.
That is.
For anybody catching this on the replay, leave a like, hit the subscribe notification, do the comments, all that stuff, yada yada, YouTube promotion stuff here. But is there anything you want to add, Ed?
Nope, just thank you. I appreciate you having me on and having fun for an hour.
Always fun. It was great having you back as a guest. So we will call it a night. Thank you everyone for joining us, and we will see you next week Tuesday at 5 Eastern.
I will not
right.
say goodbye.
Thank you for being on, Ed.
Oh, my pleasure.
Okay.